Previously, in episode 2 of the anime, Shintaro had taken in an angel named Towa who came down to Earth to study humans, but living with a girl was surely turning out much harder than Shintaro thought. Sometimes he walks in when Towa was in the bathroom, and sometimes Towa walks in when he's in there. Well, accidents were becoming hectic every day, but Towa's cooking was making up for it. Both were getting closer to each other. But Shintaro had a friend at school named Tsumugi. She secretly has a crush on Shintaro, and that day, Towa came to school just to give the lunch to Shintaro. But Tsumugi saw Shintaro was sneaking that girl out, and on top of that, she saw the girl was an angel, and now the love triangle begins, and not knowing anything, Shin returns home and gets a nice welcome back from Towa. She did laundry but she did the underwear as well. That stuff is embarrassing surely, that a girl washed it for him, and top it off, Towa even mended a bear on the holes of his underwear. That's just too much. So Shin decided to wash his underwear himself, but Towa thought Shin didn't like the bears, so Shin somehow convinced Towa to let him do the underwear cleaning. And away from there, Tsumugi was still stunned by seeing Shin with a girl, but she still couldn't believe she's an actual angel. Tsumugi thought she's just shocked by seeing Shin with a girl and thought she must have imagined things. And on another day, Towa made lunch for Shin but Shin didn't want to take it. Towa thought Shin doesn't like her cooking now. Plus, at night, Shin slept on the floor rather than beside her in bed. So the girl began to think she was becoming a burden. Now who could explain what it means to sleep together? So Shin sweet talked her to stop crying and took the lunch. But he'll be back at 9 p.m. after work, and there Towa again wanted to stay close to him, but there was no way she could, so Towa was about to cry again. So Shin makes up that he's looking forward to the dinner and dodges the topic. Luckily Towa bought it, but being together with Towa was certainly a blessing. But at school, how to explain about the lunchbox was the main problem. His friends knows that Shin leaves alone. So who made it for him? Shin makes up that he saved an old lady on the street and she made it for him, but the lunch was made up with love potion. And Tsumugi caught the glimpse of it and knew it's the girl she saw who made lunch for Shin. So while she was stunned, Suichi took the omelette from Tsumugi's box, and paid for the mistake. Then the school ended, and Shin realized he couldn't hide about his lunchbox and who made it. Shin knew he couldn't explain why he's living with a girl, so what to do? There a fortune teller tells Shin that he's going to be troubled with girls in the future. That old hag did predict right, so hag offers some talisman at a discount to prevent the trouble. Shin thought she's scammers and ran off, but he knew girl trouble could be right. Then he goes to his part-time work and there his colleague told Shin that Izumi will be here as well. Today the shift will be together, so Shin goes to change first and walks in while Izumi was in the middle of changing. Cherry Girl was certainly good and Shin got the tattoo right on his face for staring. Girl trouble came true and Izumi came to give him a cold towel. She's not bad after all, so Shin apologized for the accident. Her full name Izumi Noel, as if, like Christmas Day, but Noel didn't like the joke, so she went away after that. And Shin was relieved that Noel wouldn't complain to the police. But even after that, Shin just can't forget the cherry pears, and that reminds him of lunchbox trouble again. But the work time was over, and their colleague told Neol and Shin to eat parfait before they go back. But the wind around them was still awkward, so Noel thought Shin doesn't want to eat with her, but Shin was troubled because he thinks he's clumsy. Anyways, they got the parfaits from the fridge and saw the cherry was the topping. That does reminds them of those cherry pears, and poor Noel got flustered remembering that accident. Her unbalanced emotions dropped the temperatures and the blizzard started. Noel revealed she's a Yuki Onna and because of it her ice power dropped the temperature of the whole restaurant. Bro accepted the fact easily. After all he got an angel at his house, but Noel was panicking more and the blizzard was picking up the wind, so Shin says he's okay with it because he believes on her, so he goes out immediately. And Noel unknowingly brought the parfait with her, and at home, Towa was cranking up the console games and saw that the time was past 9 and Shin hadn't returned yet, and Tsumugi. She couldn't focus because of Shin, so she chose to head out to the convenience store, and Shin was with Noel at the time. There Noel remained silent despite Shin's attempts to break the ice. She then asked Shin if he believed in her being a Yuki Onna, and Shin says yes. Noel couldn't believe because anyone would find it unbelievable, but Shin trusts her, so Noel opens up about her secret. that her family has Yuki Onna childs for generations, her mother and grandmother were the same, and their power goes out of control when their emotions become unbalanced. Her siblings learn to control their emotions, but Noelle never learned to control her emotions no matter how hard she tried. She was a quiet loner due to that and quit the school at one point, but she knew she can't go in like this, so she started to work as a waitress to talk with others, but still she screwed up and Shin saw her changing as well. She thinks she's hopeless, but Shin reminds her how nicely she handled her job, so she shouldn't think like she's useless. She cried out as Shin said this to her, and it was also the first time she revealed her identity. So she wanted to become friends with Shin, and Shin was happy to become her friends, but their towa found him and Noelle saw the miracle. But this won't do, and that's why, even Tsumuji came in at the right time and witnessed the scene. Now the girl trouble came into reality when three of the girls came across each other. So, what kind of fun awaits you in the next episode? Subscribe to the channel to find out. But if you missed the last 2 episodes, I've created a playlist where you can watch the previous episodes. The playlist link is in the description, so please check it out to understand the story. Until then, take care.